Popcorn Moment brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. These are the people to speak to about anything that's happening inside your four walls. That's what they do. They're not going to add on to your house. They're going to make what's inside your house better. Your kitchen, your bathroom. Take that basement and turn it into something you actually want, a place you want your family to utilize, to live and enjoy. That's what Booher Remodeling does. For over 2 decades, they've been taking care of Central Indiana. They've done work for me, and the work is fantastic. When people ask, I'm like, here, this is what they did. This is quite a few years later now, and everything still looks perfect, still up to date, still just really increasing the value of the home, and it's a great space. They can do the same for you, especially with those kitchens that you can actually utilize, get rid of that outdated look, make the space actually work for you. It's increasing the value of your home when you sell it, no question, but it's about increasing the value of your life, your enjoyment, because you're not moving. You're staying right in that home. You might as well enjoy it and have it work for you. Their 5-step design process makes it so incredibly easy. Talk to Booher today. I mean, right now. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. And because it is game one, it is the story you have to hear to believe, and grab your popcorn because there is more. That's the popcorn moment. We go to our official sports guy. That is JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. That's where you'll be able to hear the game tonight, starting at 8 p.m., game one. The Pacers are there. They had to get a little bit rerouted because of storms going through Norman, Oklahoma. They land. They're set. They're good. Game one tonight. Preview this game for us, JMV.
It's going to be fantastic because you got two teams that do a lot of things that honestly people love to watch in team basketball, but they do a lot of similar things to have success. Tony, offensively, push the pace, no doubt about that. They have a lot of depth, a lot of talent in that depth that they go to. Both coaches go to it often, as we know with the Pacers. And defensively, that's where there may be a difference. Oklahoma City is as good as you're going to find across the NBA landscape defensively. The Pacers are improving, but not at that level just yet. OKC has been dominant this season, has been really good in the postseason, and the Pacers are going to have a tall task in front of them. But what is new, because their march through the East had some similar blueprints on paths to the way that they got there. So game one tonight should be really rotten with incredible storylines to start this series, Tony.
Let's start with superstar names. You know, when it comes to the Pacers, we know Halliburton, we know Siakam, the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. We know Miles Turner. What are the names we should be looking at? People should be paying attention to from the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, I mean, it starts with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP. Guy gets to the free throw line. If you think Brunson got to the free throw line for the Knicks, it's going to drive you nuts how much this guy gets to the free throw line constantly. Jalen Williams is a swing man. He is just people really know his name just yet. The first-time All-Star is really going to be elite-level caliber moving forward. And Chet Holmgren, Tony, is a guy out of Gonzaga, 7-footer, can run the floor, very talented. Pacers didn't see him in the regular season, and in March, both losses for the Pacers. They didn't see Holmgren. Now, in that initial meeting at home, it was closer. Pacers lose by 6, and in fact, the Thunder lost one game on the road this season to the East, and that was to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it has been an impressive season. Holmgren didn't play against the Pacers. Alex Caruso in that initial meeting didn't play against the Pacers. He's a guy that's been a difference maker for them, too. Defensively, he has taken all comers individually, defensively speaking. So just a lot of power for this Thunder team is the reason why they're so good, because you'll see it later on tonight on display with that depth and that talent.
Talking to JMV, he is the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5, The Fan. The game tonight will be heard there starting at 8 p.m. But we talk about, the 94 feet and how the Pacers run, how the Pacers wear you down. Your argument has been the Pacers absolutely do that, and they do it better than anybody, just maybe not better than Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that's going to be a key, too. Hey, Tony, I'll add to this. They have to play their pace. We have seen that. We've talked about here a multitude of times, but their star is going to have to combine what he does to orchestrate this Tyrese Halliburton, but also being able to get off individually, offensively on his own. He's going to have a multitude of defensive players thrown at him. Lou Dort is the best that you can find in the NBA individually, defensively. I mentioned Alex Caruso is another guy. Maybe sometimes you get a little bit of Jalen Williams. That's going to maybe it's Chet Holmgren. We'll see, Tony. It's going to be interesting to me to see if the Thunder end up going a little bit smaller. They have done that a couple of different times so far in this postseason out west. That would mean Isaiah Hartenstein, whom the Pacers saw in the Eastern Conference semifinals play for the Knicks a year ago. Maybe he doesn't get as much clock, and they go a little bit smaller. We'll see if Rick Carlisle adjust to that, in what fashion. I would also tell you, I think Obi Toppin off the bench, who has been critical for this team this season, is even more critical going into this finals series because of the depth and, again, because of just how adjustment-wise what the Thunder can do and what maybe the Pacers and Rick Carlisle will have to do to match up.
And this seems like so much of a bench story. Certainly, Halliburton can't have 8-point nights. He has to have 20-point nights in order for the Pacers to be in any way competitive. But this bench for the Pacers has been remarkable, absolutely remarkable. What is the health of the Pacers bench right now? You bring up Obi Toppin. Who are your bench players that need to perform, and is this offensively or defensively?
Well, no, both sides of the basketball. I mentioned this, Tony, as an analogy, all hands on deck with this. I mean, it really is. This is nothing like they've ever seen. Jarris Walker got injured at the end of Game 6 in that Knicks series, so he's going to be out, according to Rick Carlisle, at least the first 2 games, and he was on crutches before they left for OKC a couple of days ago. He didn't look like he was going to be ready to play anytime. Now, with treatment, who knows? Jarris Walker, at least for the first 2 games, will be out. The backup big Tony Bradley, we're kind of skeptical whether or not he's going to get a lot of clock in this series. Anyway, he helped them in the last series. He's dinged up a little bit and questionable. So they don't have their full allotment of firepower, but enough dudes to get it done and to compete, absolutely. And we'll see what happens later on tonight, Tony, in Game 1.
Are you making predictions on how many games this goes?
There is zero way you're going to get me to tell you that they're not going to win. So I'm going to say the Pacers in 6. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that. This team is just too good at backing up how they play, even with OKC being that good. So give me the Pacers in 6 and the feel-good story around here, Tony, of a lifetime, baby, of a lifetime.
I am also with you on the Pacers in 6, if only because I want to see 3 home games, and I want the city to be able to benefit from that. What can I say? I'm a multitasker.
You got that, brother.
JMV, right. The voice of sports at Indiana, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. I appreciate you. The game, that pregame starts tonight, 8 p.m. Over there on The Fan. You can check that out for yourself. Matt Bear.